אתה Adonai Ma'ariv Aravim. Blessed are you, Adonai, who brings on evening with 10 hours during to page 150. As we start thinking about the source of an everlasting love, Ahavat Olam.
אהבת עולם, בית ישראל, עמך אהבת, עמך אהבת, תורה ומצוות, חוקים ומשפטים,
אותנו לימדת,
אותנו
לימדת.
על כן אדוני אלוהינו בשוכבנו ובקומנו נשיח בחוקיך ונשמח בדברי תורתך ובמצוותיך לעולם ועד, כי הם חיינו ואורך ימינו, ובהם נגי יומם בלילה, נגי יומם בלילה, ואהבתך אל תסיר ממנו לעולם. ברוך אתה
אדוני,
אוהב עמו ישראל, אוהב עמו ישראל.
שמע ישראל, אדוני אלוהינו, אדוני אחד. We are on page 154.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננת לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, ושרתם נאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם אלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אמת.
אדוני אלוהיכם אמת, אמת במון הכל, צדקה ים עלינו, כי הוא אדוני אלוהינו, ואין סולתו ואנחנו ישראל עמו. We continue with the silent reading over page 156, or alternatively on page 157.
Though our failings are many and our faults are great, it has been our glory to bear witness to our God, keeping alive in dark ages your vision of a world redeemed. Let us continue to work for this day, when the nations will be one and at peace. Then we shall rejoice as Israel did, singing on the shores of the sea.
We're on page 158. Thus it is said, Adonai redeemed Jacob from a hand stronger than his own. Praised are you, Adonai, for redeeming Israel. Baruch atah Adonai, Ga'al Israel.
Amen.
On page 161, from the left side, let there be love.
Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms.
Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Ashkiveinu, Adonai, Eloheinu. Ashkiveinu, Shalom, ve'almideinu, shomreinu lechaim, ufros aleinu, sukat shlomecha. Ashkiveinu, Adonai, Eloheinu, Ashkiveinu, leShalom. Let there be and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Ashkiveinu, Adonai Eloheinu. Ashkiveinu leShalom. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Let there be love. Baruch atah Adonai, הפורש סוכת שלום. עלינו ועל כל עמו ישראל ועל ירושלים. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. She's really struggling with the weather. Reminds me she's okay. I don't know if you hear that, but when she's not right, it just doesn't feel right. We can't continue. On page 162, we remember, I need 1 more minute, just 1 more second. We remember the transgenerational covenant that, as our tradition says, not that we kept, but that actually kept us alive and kept us as one people. Shamru b'nei Israel. Shabbat לדורותם ברית עולם. בני ישראל אותי לעולם. כי 6 ימים עשה אדוני, עשה אדוני את השמיים וביום השביעי שבת וינפש. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. לדורותם ברית עולם. We turn our series to page 164 for Tfilat Amidah. And you can follow the words of our tradition. You can also take a moment for your personal prayer, for your Tfilah Shebalev, for the prayer of your heart. Adonai, Sefatai tiftach, ufi yagid tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips, that my mouth may declare your سلام تجيب ولا لا مثلا هم خيمة الرجل من ما تراهم يهمتي ما تقدر بشكل مدرش ولا لا تقدر تدي مش بيجي مش كم تخيلت رأيت سيادة لا لا خلاص لا بدل بدل باباتي كمل بتي لا لا أنت ميدا ولا تزرع لما هون ولما نخلص تاخذ ما لا لا بدنا بما تينا لما بين سو ايش ما قادر יהיו לרצון אמרי פי, בהגיון ליבי לפניך, אדוני צורי וגואלי. May the words of my mouth and the meditations of my heart be acceptable to you, Adonai, my rock and my redeemer. We are at the bottom of page 180.
Shalom bimroma, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel, ve'imru, Shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel, ve'imru, amen. Shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel, ve'imru, amen. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל ואמרו
We dedicate one more prayer for those that are dealing with illness in their bodies, in their souls, for those that are dealing with addictions. And if you have a name that you'd like to share in this evening of Shabbat, please do so. We turn our Siddurim to page 371. To raise a prayer for healing, Misha Berach. wish to all of them רפואה שלמה והחלמה מהירה, a complete and a fast recovery. You can say amen.
Amen.
That's fantastic. So, we'll start this time a bit differently. I need to prepare myself for a second. I will use my guitar.
Do you need to tune it one more time?
No, Dan. She's not doing well, but that's fine. We forgive her. The weather doesn't help her. If you know the melody and the words, you can join me. Not just you can, please join me. It's late in the evening. She's wondering what clothes to wear. She puts on her makeup and brushes her blonde hair. And then she asks me, do I look all right? And I say, yes, you look wonderful tonight. And then she asks me, do I look all right? And I say, yes, you look wonderful tonight.
Little Clapton.
ועשית בגדי קודש לארון אחיך לכבוד ולתפארת. Make sacral vestments for your brother Aaron for dignity and splendor. This Torah portion, thank you, discusses in great deal the clothing of the Kohanim, the priests, the clothing that they will wear. One might wonder, should be the clothing such an essential topic? And the answer might be in an issue that many of us are familiar with. What should I wear tonight? Haven't you asked that question to yourself ever? You ask her. That's your inner self. That's your deeper self. So we know from our daily lives that the question of the clothing is often essential to our experience. ועשית בגדי קודש לארון אחיך לכבוד ולתפארת. Make sacred vestments for your brother Aaron for dignity and splendor. Aaron was going to fulfill a new role in the society. There was a real need for the role, and he had the internal ability to fulfill it. The function of the clothing was to represent the change in his status. It was, in a way, a reminder for himself, and for those looking at him, for dignity and for splendor. לכבוד ולתפארת. The word kabod means respect, but it also resembles koved, weight, the weight of the responsibility that this role conveys. The word tiferet is translated as splendor. Rabbi Levi Yitzchak of Berdichev explains that the splendor of the garment is a reflection of the internal beauty of the wearer. The Malbim, Rabbi Meir ben Yechiel Michael, too explains that this goes beyond the physical garment, but the garments really indicate inner clothes, to clothe their souls with the thoughts and traits and proper tendencies. But God commanded Moses that he should make these sacred garments, meaning to teach them how to refine their souls and traits in such a way they will wear majesty and splendor upon their internal souls. Our clothes have the potential to help us to tell the story of who we want to be and where we want to be. God tells Moses, "ואתה תדבר אל כל חכמי לב." Next, you shall instruct all who are skillful, whom I have filled with the spirit of wisdom, to make Aaron's vestments, for consecrating him to serve me as a priest. You can read this verse kepshuto, literally, and interpret that we are talking about how to make a garment. But if we go one more layer in, this verse is talking about social perception and how the community will buy or listen to the story that Aaron is trying to tell. It sounds simple, but indeed, it is often challenging to be open and to have the wisdom of spirit in order to listen to the stories that others are trying to tell us. About 25 years ago, I attended a family birthday party. At the time, I used to wear t-shirts with open button-down shirts on top. I truly liked that. It helped me to feel confident. I remember that I was talking with one of the adults in that party who looked at me and said, I see why you wear this shirt. You are trying to hide your belly. But you can't do that. It's right there, so you better do some diet. I remember that I felt beyond embarrassed. I felt completely naked. For years, I had been told that fat wasn't pretty, and I was fat. And yes, I was hiding my belly because I wanted to feel handsome that day. There was a story that I wanted to tell myself and others. I wasn't just clothing my body. I was trying to clothe my soul. The adult in me today recognizes that there was actually truth in that story that I was trying to say, and that I was a handsome boy. However, then, the young boy, so the children are making lots of conversation, and I see the faces of the adults here that all looking at me doing this. So why don't we play a little bit outside right now? So we do a good trade between the adults that want to hear and the children that want to play. Good. However, then the young boy was absolutely devastated by the alternative narrative offered by the adult. Because what the young boy heard was, you are fat, even if you try to hide it, and therefore, you are not handsome. What that adult did not have was the wisdom of a spirit to listen to my story, the story that I was trying to tell. Kabbalah teaches that Tiferet, splendor, is born in the intersection between Geburah, courage, and Chesed, loving kindness. In the meeting between the courage to be who you want to be, and the loving kindness of the community to embrace your being. In our ability to be Chachamei Lev, to be a community with spiritual wisdom, lies the opportunity to provide individuals with the chance to reflect their splendor and the splendor of the internal light, and to become truthful to the version of themselves, to the reality that they want to be. Of course, this doesn't end in our physical appearance. Among other things, it extends to our relationships and to the roles that we occupy in our society. Unfortunately, sometimes we are so close in our own stories that we miss what others are trying to tell us. It is so common that we hear in order to answer rather than hear with the purpose of listening. The challenge is to try to expand the narrowness of our narratives while opening ourselves to the experience of listening, defining less and allowing more. I find inspiration in the blessing written by Marcia Falk, often used to bless our kids when we introduce them to the covenant. Yeh asher tiyeh, be'asher tiyeh. Be who you are, and may you be blessed in all that you are. I'd like to invite you to start listening with this idea in your mind. What a wonderful thing it would be to listen to stories and to support them with the wish in our hearts of allowing them to become. Yeh asher tihi, be'i brucha b'asher tihi. Be who you are, and may you be blessed in all that you are. So going back to where we started, to the question, do I look all right? You will say, yes, you look wonderful tonight. It's If somebody is asking, you better say that. So I want to wish you, may you be who you are, and may you be blessed in all that you are. Shabbat Shalom. We'll continue our service on page 586 with Aleinu Leshabeach. Look at that. The two of them. Please stand there, the two of you. Stay. Aleinu Leshabeach Ladon Hakol. לתת גדולה ליוצרת בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי ארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל ההמונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד. You may be seated. At this point of our service, we take a moment to acknowledge mourners among our community. If you are during the first 7 days of mourning, Shiva, please rise. If you are during the first 30 days of mourning, Shloshim, please rise. We acknowledge your grandmother. Would you like to remind us her name? Who passed away 2 days ago. If you are during the cycle of the first year of mourning, please rise. If you have a yahrzeit this week, please rise and remind us who you are remembering. Now you can support our fellows while standing or sitting, joining us with your voices and your kavanot, the intentions of your hearts, on page 598 for Mourners Kaddish. יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה, ועלמה יברח חילותה, וימליך מלכותה, וחייכון יומכון, וחיי לכל בית ישראל, בגלה ובזמן קריב ואמרו אמן. יהא שמי רבה מבורך לעולם ומעלמיה. יתברך וישתבח, ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא, ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתעלה, שמי קדושה ברכו, לעילם מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, תשבחתה ונחמתה, לאמירם בעלמה, ואמרו אמן. יהא שלמה רבה מן שמיה, וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו, ויעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ואמרו אמן. זכרן לברכה, may the memories of your dear ones be a living blessing in your life. You may be seated. So, 2 announcements. So first, I want to thank all those that somehow participated and supported our campaign to support Pathways of Hope efforts to end homelessness and feed the hungry in Orange County, in North Orange County. The campaign is already over $90,000, which is fantastic. And TBT made a contribution of more than $8,000. So thank you very much for your support. It is terrific. Well, as the judge said, It was the most clinically safe salsa you will ever see. Come on.
Oh, wow.
to my question in the backstage, what did you expect from a rabbi? He said, rabbis make babies. I said, man, that's not how it works. We pray for babies. That's how it works. So you couldn't win that. So it was funny. I can tell you that I had a wonderful experience participating in such a diverse crowd and in conversations with the fellow dancers. Interesting to have fellow dancers. That was a one-time in life, a one-time event. It was very inspiring to hear other people's motivations to participate and to contribute to this campaign. So it was terrific, and it was terrific to see such a big Jewish presence in that forum. So, Toda Rabba, thank you very, very, very much. And let's keep transforming our city. That's our business, the business of Tikkun Olam. Next week, Miriam's Gala. So if you haven't ordered your tickets yet, please do so. RSVP, what? Long time ago. I can tell you that more than 230 people, wow. 230 people have RSVP. So it's beyond our expectations because Miriam is beyond our expectations. Mm-hmm. So it's a great way for many people to show their love to our beloved Miriam. And if you haven't found your way yet to tell her how much you care about her, or how much you appreciate her, even if you are not able to come to the gala, make sure that you tell her. Write a note, make a post on Facebook. She's on Facebook. She's totally on Facebook. She will see it right away. So, let her know. Let her know. Let's fill her with blessings and with love as she goes into her next chapter. Don't share this with her. Don't tell her. You don't talk to her. Well, you are her son. You are probably embarrassed, and but this is a year of celebration for your mom here in our community. So get used to that, at least until the end of the year. Good. I see her often, actually. So we are going to start to conclude our service. We are going to turn our series to page 142. And I'd like to ask some help as we share some of our wine caps. I need two heroes. Hero number one, Matthew, is you? Totally you. It's your dad. So can you, perfect. Matthew, I thought that you were like a sporter. So, Matthew, when you arrived yesterday, so you are very tired, and it's the middle of the night for you right now. So we welcome also the Kirchens from Philadelphia. Page 142, please.
Thank you.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachi Hashem. Come with me. Malachi Elyon, Melech Malchei Amlachim, Kadosh Baruch Hu. Ay voichem l'shalom, Malachi Shalom, Malachi Elyon, Melech Malchei Amlachim, Kadosh Baruch Hu. Voichem l'shalom, Malachi Shalom, Malachi Elyon, Melech Malchei Amlachim, Kadosh Baruch Hu. Ay Uri l'shalom, Malachi Shalom, Malachi Elyon, Melech Malchei Amlachim, Kadosh Baruch Hu. צאתכם לשלום, מלאכי השלום, מלאכי עליון, ממלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא. Page 122.
אלוהינו מלך העולם, עורר פרי הגפן. ברוך אתה אדוני, אלוהינו מלך העולם, אשר קידשנו במצוותיו ורצה בנו. בשבת קודשו ואהבו ברצון הנחילנו. תל סאוט עינוית. וזיכרון למעשה בראשית. קיבלנו בחרת ואותנו קידשת עם כל העמים בשבת קודשך באהבה וברצון הנחלתנו. ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש השבת
לחיים.
לחיים.
I need help with a motzi. Who can help me with a motzi?
I can help you.
Who can help Anna with a motzi now?
Can you help me with hamotzi? Yeah. Thank you. Can you guys help me with hamotzi too? Here.
Don't share it.
Nitzan, can you help me with
It
hamotzi?
was a mistake.
Alex, come help me with hamotzi. Whoa! Noah, I need you to come help me with hamotzi. Alright, ready guys?
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz b'te'avon.
Shabbat shalom. Adonai oz lamoitem. Adonai yevarech et kamo bashalom. Shabbat shalom, everyone. Ay la 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 la. Ay la 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 la. La 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 la. Ay la 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 la. La 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 la. Ay la 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 la. La 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 la. Ay 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 la 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 la. Bueno, estaba higher. Ay la 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 la. 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 That's a nice octave.